there was something about David that the family felt was off. Verse 12, so he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, with bright eyes, and good looking. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is the one. So that's it. God said he's the one. Main character vibes all over David. And said he's good looking with bright eyes. So God's basically calling David a stud. But the description that really caught my eye here was that they called him ruddy. Now, ruddy is a fair light skin complexion, but you have this redness in your skin. Now, when they mentioned that he has this ruddy complexion, they mentioned it in contrast to the brothers. Like the brothers didn't share this complexion. The brothers might have been fairer skinned or even a little bit brown skinned according to the region where they live. But the reason why David's complexion is important is because this was the physical manifestation of the mark of God over his life. When you go to Genesis, and after Cain kills Abel, his brother, when God is sending Cain out, Cain is worried about being sent out because he felt that people would kill him. And God decided to mark Cain on his forehead so that when people saw him and the mark, they would know not to kill him lest they be under a curse. So we know the mark of God is not just a spiritual thing, but it also comes in a physical manifestation. So a lot of the times you'll see a family where everybody is fairer skinned, and then you have one child that's a little bit more brown than everybody else. Another way you see that in some families, where you see families who are already of a darker shade of skin, and then they have a child that is either more light skinned or even albino, and it's a sign of the mark of God over them. And being that this was David's skin complexion, we know that God must have marked David way before this encounter with Samuel. So we see in Psalm 89, 20 and 21, I have found my servant David, with my holy oil I have anointed him, with whom my hand shall be established, also my arm shall strengthen him. So now you see God is speaking in a future tense where he's saying, my hand shall be established, and my arm shall strengthen him. This is prior to David's anointing. So you see that in the realms of the spirit, God had already marked David with his own oil before the physical manifestation.